Hey, I'm Mark Manley with Weeks Auction Group, and this is Auction Talk, where we help you make dollars and cents out of the auction process. Hey, I'm Mark Manley, and today on Auction Talk, we've got Ethan Vick in the studio. Ethan's our Chief Operating Officer at Weeks Auction Group, and Ethan's going to be filling in for me doing some of the Auction Talk videos, and he's actually got some ideas of some things that he wants to talk about on Auction Talk. So we thought we'd use this opportunity to introduce our Auction Talk audience to Ethan. Ethan, tell us about yourself.
Thanks for having me on, Mark. I'm excited to be on my first episode of Auction Talk, and hopefully first of many. Like Mark said, my name's Ethan. I've been with Weeks Auction Group since the beginning, since 2016. I've been in the auction business since about 2011, so I've got a couple years of experience with me. About myself, I am from South Georgia. I'm originally from Thomas County, called Pavo home, so Moultrie, Thomasville, that general area. Got a wife of 7 years. Got 3 kids.
And 3 kids.
Yep, I got a 6-year-old son, a 4-year-old daughter, and a newly born. She's 8 months old now, and so we're living life.
Sounds like to me you're staying busy at home.
We do stay busy.
Full life. Well, that's awesome. Well, Ethan, how did you get started in the auction business? What was your initial role? Was this something you did out of college? Tell us about that.
So a lot of auctioneers, when you ask them how they got started in the business, you hear multi-generational,
Yep.
Raised in the business, went to auction as a kid. That was not me at all. In fact, I don't know that I ever went to an auction ever until I got in the auction business. I actually went to college, got a degree in accounting.
Okay.
Always been a numbers person, so majored in accounting, worked one tax season back in 2010, 2011. Absolutely hated it.
You were doing tax prep then,
I was
right?
doing just straight tax prep. Got home, went to work for a local accounting firm, basically just keeping people's books. Did not like it. Tax season rolled around, ended. I said, I got to find something else to do. So I went to work for a local real estate firm,
Right.
Real estate and auction company, basically doing general bookkeeping, and kind of cut my teeth that way for a couple years, just learning the ins and outs through the accounting side of it. And then when the opportunity to come on with Weeks Auction Group in 2016 to get more in a management role, more in a sales role, I took that opportunity. Went to auction school in 2018, got my real estate license in 2017, so that way I can kind of help more on the day-to-day side rather than just sticking to accounting, which I still do a majority of the accounting, so it's not wasted, but I enjoy doing the auction side way more.
That's understandable. You were actually our first employee at Weeks Auction Group when we started the company. You came over when Sherry and I and Justin and Shelley started Weeks Auction Group. Your job then was kind of general flunky, like all of ours was. It was just to make the deal happen and to make the game go and to make this company work. And like you said, you were in that accounting role, but you also were doing most of our IT work, posting auctions to the website, doing all that sort of stuff. You talked a little bit about what your role is, but can you expand a little bit more on what is your day-to-day role with Weeks Auction Group? Where will people interact with you with our company?
Sure. Like you said, I remember when the first week we were here, we were all operating off card tables. We were pulling proposals basically out of thin air, building auction websites from scratch. And so I've been here since the very, very ground level. And luckily, we've kind of built this over the last 5-6 years into what it is today. And so my role has somewhat changed, but in reality, it's still a lot the same.
Yeah.
I mean, I still do quite a bit of everything, if you want to get general. But my main focus is going to be on the website, making sure, which we have some staff in place now to help manage that, but basically overseeing that, overseeing the quality of control to what gets posted, making sure that all the information is correct and is posted in a timely manner. Still very heavily involved on the accounting side, whether that's auction day accounting, from the escrow accounting side,
Right.
all the way to the operating side. And then just general overall team management, whether that's managing some of the agents and the projects they're working on, managing staff, just assisting everywhere I can in the day-to-day operations.
Yeah, and that team management is an important role because you actually serve on our management committee along with the 4 owners, and then with Jeff Bush who manages our manages and is the creative director for our WAG 360 marketing division.
Right.
So we're sort of still all doing what it takes to make this company successful on a day-to-day basis.
Absolutely.
And I think that's one thing that's great about us, is that nobody is really segmented into their role, that we all work collectively as a team to grow and make Weeks Auction Group not only what it is today, but how much better it can be in the future, because that's what we're all focusing on. I want to ask you, what about the auction business? What about your role at Weeks Auction Group? What about your interaction with people? What are you really and truly most passionate about?
Well, that's a good question, Mark. That question kind of came up recently. Talking to a friend of mine, our children were a friend of my child's. I mean, my son. We had a bowling outing and got talking about careers. And first thing he told me was, "What do you do for a living?" And I told him, and he's like, "You're obviously passionate about it." I take it for granted sometimes that a lot of people aren't passionate about what they do, but I can say 100% that I enjoy doing what I do each and every day. What I'm most passionate about is really just helping people, having the opportunity to provide a variety of services that really can help people accomplish goals.
Yep.
Whatever those goals may be. Sometimes those goals may be getting out of debt. Those goals may be selling an estate. Those goals may be turning an investment into a profit. So sometimes those goals are negative goals that they're trying to avoid, but sometimes we're working to help them to a positive goal. And so just the nature of the auction business, to be able to do such a wide variety of things, the ability to sell such a wide variety of product, and just to see some neat things come to the office, whether it be a piece of real estate, whether it be a collectible, whatever the case may be. We see stuff that you don't get to see very often. That's fun too. So
thinking back to 6 months or so ago, when we actually had our workshop where we determined what our mission statement was going to be and what our core values were going to be, you truly live out our mission statement that says we serve people by providing solutions that make buying and selling simple.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that the serving the people is very important. I was raised to where that's really what you do in life, is you serve people. The second thing is provide solutions. I think that if we were giving people the same answer to every problem they had, that some companies do, that wouldn't be a whole lot of fun. But the fact that we're able to tailor specific solutions to specific problems makes it enjoyable, and to me.
Well, Ethan, it's been great getting to introduce you to the Auction Talk crowd. You are a valuable member of the WAG team and the WAG family. And I just look forward to hearing what you need to say and what you want to say on future Auction Talk videos. So y'all be sure and watch it. Ethan's going to be on in the future. He's going to be talking about some things. I'm not going away. I'm still going to be on in the future. And we've got some really exciting things coming up, some really exciting plans for Auction Talk. So just make sure you keep joining us right here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Looking forward to it.
Awesome. If you enjoyed today's episode of Auction Talk and would like to know more about today's topic, leave your questions or comments below. Or if you prefer, send me an email directly to mark@bedweeks.com. If you'd like to get notified of future episodes of Auction Talk, click the red subscribe button below. And if you haven't already done so, head over to Facebook and like the Weeks Auction Group page. For the most up-to-date information on buying or selling at auction, visit our website at weeksauctiongroup.com. I'm Mark Manley, and I look forward to seeing you back here on Auction Talk, where we'll help you make dollars and cents out of the auction process.